G'day guys, how you doing? It's Lawrence here with another video about being a man and going your own way. Or just becoming the best possible version of yourself out there. I've said it many times before, you'll be the greatest project you've ever worked on. I know I am. I'm not perfect. Far from it. Good God, there's no such thing as perfection. Well, actually there is. There is such a thing as perfection. But anyway, but I'm happy with myself, and that's all that matters. First, though, guys, I'd like to apologize for the length of time it's taken for me to get another video up. I took on some extra work that I thought would be a smart thing to do, and it really wasn't a smart thing to do. So I'm finally just about through doing that work, as it's eaten into a huge amount of my personal and private time. So I am now trying to put together another video. This video has actually taken a huge amount of time to put together because it's a really deep subject, and it's, as the title says below, shit talkers. And why do people shit talk? I'm sure you've experienced some of it yourself. That's why you're here right now listening to this video. I know for myself personally, I've had to endure a lifetime of this stuff, from family members to loved ones to relationships, both in business, personal, private, whatever you want to call it. I've endured this shit more than I believe anybody should really have to. But anyway, why do people shit talk? I mean, seriously, why do people have to denigrate, desecrate, and just drive other people into the dirt? Well, first and foremost, from my own personal experience, what I've learned is these people are actually very unhappy, if not sick, individuals. And when I mean sick, I really do mean sick. They might look like on the outside that they've got their whole world together. They might have millions of dollars, live in a beautiful home, have all sorts of things going on. But if they are literally trying to destroy other people to get to where they're at, they are not mentally well human beings in any way, shape, or form. It comes from what we call in the world of psychology, the ego. The human ego is this dark, dank, toxic, venomous, vile hell that actually is inside of us. Okay? And what these individuals do is they will usually seek out a person to actually try to dump that bullshit onto. Okay? And this is the dynamic that goes on. Okay? You're here. You're out there running around. You're having a great time. You're building your life up and you're becoming the best possible version of yourself out there. Okay? Well, all of a sudden, out of left field, you've discovered somebody's talking shit about you. It might be somebody that doesn't even know you. I've personally had this happen where people that don't even know me make up stories about me. It's mind-blowing, and horrible stories. Vicious, vile, toxic, disgusting stories. It blows me away. But I don't engage the individuals, I leave them to it. Because at some point in time down the path, they're going to be proved wrong. They're going to get called out on their bullshit. They really truly are. It happens every time. But that's what they want to do. They want to try to drag you down into their fray. Okay? This hellish bullshit, this ego-based world that these individuals live in, they want to drag you down into their shit. Okay? And that's mistake number one, is you being dragged down into their shit. Mistake number two is when you actually confront these people, when you actually engage them and try to defend yourself. Because then what it does, it gives this individual the opportunity to fire a salvo at you, and before you know where you're at, you have some form of ugly confrontation going on. It can be a verbally denigrating, attack, to even a physical attack. It can be a situation where it can get really ugly really fast. Okay? Now what happens in a situation like that, there's a couple of things happen. The first thing that happens is there is a transference of energy. Okay? Truthfully, This is what happens. This person takes all that vile, toxic bullshit that's inside of them and they shoot it out and they dump it on your shoulders, okay? And then what you do is you're trying to defend yourself. You're utilizing that positive energy that's built you up to here. You're trying to utilize that to defend yourself. But what you're doing is you're actually feeding your energy to this person. Have you ever noticed when you get done with these situations that the individual that has been abusing you walks off happy as a clam, like nothing's happened, and you are left there feeling absolutely sick to your stomach, nauseous, like something's been ripped out of you, like you've lost a part of yourself? Well, you literally have. You've literally given your positive energy to this toxic individual, and this toxic individual has dumped their shit on your shoulders. Now, the other thing that's happened is that they've driven you down. These people think that they've gotten one up on you, okay? But they actually haven't. They've actually driven you down into the dirt. Now, what happens is you start to try to build yourself up again, and they'll come at you again, and they'll drive you down into the dirt. And then you try to build yourself up again, and then they'll come at you again. Now, if you stay in one of these situations, this is what happens a lot of times in marriages with men that commit suicide, okay? It's an energy transference, huge amount of energy transference. This vile, toxic, narcissistic, disgusting, hellish individual right here starts sucking the life out of this individual here. Now, this poor bastard, this good man, keeps on giving his life force, his energy to this person, and this person just keeps on taking it from him. It's like, yeah, you're giving me your energy, I'm going to take it. And what that ends up becoming is, let's say this guy finally just doesn't have any more to give to his wife, okay? So he starts giving to himself. He starts building himself up. This is what happens in so many relationships. He starts building himself up, taking time away for himself, doing something to try to build himself back up, okay? This person starts going into overdrive to drive this person down. Then she's like, I'm out, I'm done. This poor bastard's like, what? He's just feel like he's just had, because he's given so much energy to this person. When this person leaves, he feels empty. He feels absolutely gutted, like everything's been ripped out of him, okay? Well, what happens is then this person's like, I want a divorce, I want 50% of everything that you've got, I want the house, I want the kids, I'm going to get everything. And what that does is it drives the man down. Every step, I'm getting a divorce, I'm losing money, she gets the house, she gets the kids, I've gone bankrupt, I've lost everything. And before this person knows where they're at, they're in the dump. They've lost everything. Every little ounce of life that they've got inside of themselves has finally gone. There's not even a glimmer of hope, not even a spark of light inside of themselves. So the final thing is that dark, because they've been driven down so far, that dark black cloud starts dropping down around them. They pick up a gun, they get a rope, they kill themselves. They'll blow their brains out, hang themselves, step in front of a train. They'll do whatever it is to take themselves out of this hellish environment that they've ended up in. That is literally what causes suicide. It's even the same thing that's happening with our poor veterans that are coming back from the wars. These people have given so much of themselves that they just don't know how to give back to themselves. And that's what men need to start doing, is truly giving back to themselves. That's why I love MGTOW, is because it's about, at least from my perspective, about men giving back to themselves. Okay? So, there we're at. We're in the shit. We're done. What can we do to defend ourselves against these situations? Well, first and foremost, if you're up here and somebody's talking mad shit about you, the last thing that you want to do is bring yourself down to this person's level. That's off the table. You cannot do that. Believe it or not, you cannot engage these individuals in any way, shape, or form. Now, you might be in a job situation, and you're like, yeah, but I've got this job, it pays really good money. I don't care. Do you know how many jobs I've walked away from because I've been around toxic individuals? Dozens. Dozens. I've had something like, over the period of my entire life, 43 jobs globally. And I'm still here, I'm still alive, I'm still well taken care of. Okay? That's it. End of story. You cannot engage these individuals because what you're going to do is you're going to lose. Now, especially if it becomes a physical altercation or some hellish verbal altercation, all you've done is you've given this individual here reason to go out there and talk even more shit about you. You've given this individual here a reason to justify everything that they're saying about you. So you need to stay up here. You cannot come down here. You've got to stay at this level. But this is what happens when you stay up here. And this is amazing. If you can stay up here and literally remove yourself from the situation, it's like just about having an out-of-body experience. Truthfully. You remove yourself from the situation and you listen to what these assholes are saying and you watch their actions, okay? You will learn everything that they hate about themselves. When somebody's sitting there going, you're a piece of shit, I don't trust you, I'm not going to support you, if I had my way I'd fire you right now on the spot. Those are actually words that were said to me in 2015, just a small percentage. What that person's telling me is everything that they hate about themselves. They're the arsehole. They don't trust themselves. They're literally the ones that should be fired. You know, they are the ones that aren't willing to invest anything into themselves. Okay, so these toxic individuals will always try to spew this shit out to bring you into the fray. But if you stay up here and you listen to what they have to say, you will learn everything about them and what they hate about themselves. Because that hellish, egotistic hole, that disgusting, vile place that is inside so many human beings, okay? And it can be a little hole or it can be a massive hole, okay? But what you will learn is that these individuals are really sick human beings. And you get to the point where you literally look at them and you're like, oh my God, this person's got some serious freaking issues. I mean, serious issues. And it seems to be there seems to be more people out there that are like this than aren't like this. I mean, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. But that is literally the dynamics that are going on with these specific people. Okay? They truly are sick individuals. They really truly do need some serious psychological help. So around these individuals, you really have to stay on top of your game. You really truly do, because they will sucker you into their world in some of the most incredibly passive-aggressive ways in many respects that are unbelievable. And you'll start to find that it becomes harder and harder and harder to build yourself up. There's some people where that will put, and this is what I say, you've got to watch them also. You've got to watch what they do and listen to what they say, because what they do and what they say are always two completely different things. And this is the thing, they might be saying something wonderful to your face, but behind your back, they're running a knife through you. Okay? These are very, very, very dangerous human beings, and their sole purpose is to literally take you down. And the reason why they want to take you down is because they get off on it. They thrive on seeing other people miserable because they are so miserable themselves. They're here, and if they can drive you into the dirt, they're going to feel fantastic because they don't know how to get up here or higher or higher. They might look like they are, but if they're doing anything to destroy or to denigrate you or to drive you into the dirt, or even physically abuse you, these people are not good individuals, and you need to remove yourself from the situation as quickly as possible, because it's not going to be healthy for you, and it's not going to be good for you in the long run. So that's my video, guys. I hope it's helped out in some way, shape or form, but that is truthfully what goes on with people that do shit talking. So if you like the content, give it a thumbs up, feel free to subscribe, and more importantly, feel free to leave a comment. Until next time, make it great, guys. I'll talk to you later. Cheers.